Absolutely. So my name is Dr. Erin Meyer. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the Vice President of Conservation Programs and Partnerships at the Seattle Aquarium, and also a co-founder of ReShark. Sure. So there are almost 400 species of sharks and rays that are currently listed as threatened on the red list of threatened species. And I would say the biggest threat facing sharks is overfishing. They're fished for a wide variety of reasons. We hear a lot about them getting fished for their fins, which is true. They're also fished for their livers because there are chemicals in their livers that are used in all sorts of pharmaceuticals. They're fished for their meat as well, and they're fished and eaten all over the world. So ReShark was founded in 2020. And we are now a global coalition of over 75 partners in 15 countries, all working together to recover threatened sharks and rays worldwide. So we're looking and targeting the species that are most endangered or critically endangered around the world and looking for opportunities to breed them in human care, rear them in purpose-built nurseries in the places where we're going to release them. And we partner with communities and indigenous peoples and governments and NGOs and a whole wide variety of other partners to make all of this possible. ReShark's first project is focused on zebra sharks, which are an endangered species native to the Indo-West Pacific. And we started working with this species in 2020 and started to bring together aquariums and NGOs and governments and local partners to help move this work forward. And after several years of securing permits and writing up husbandry manuals and the disease risk assessment and running genetics and other research work, we actually shipped our first eggs. Our first test shipment of eggs were in summer of 2022. And those eggs hatched in September of that year. We tagged them in December of that year. And then we actually just released our first 3 pups in 2023. So in January and February of this year, we released our first 3 pups. And it's an incredible experience to see how quickly we got from launching this coalition to the point of releasing our first sharks. And for us and for me, it really brings this moment of hope because now we have proof of concept. We know we can do it. This crazy, harebrained, innovative idea of bringing together this diverse coalition so that we could bring sharks and rays back from being listed as threatened and endangered. And we now know we can do it. And so now we're looking to scale up. Yeah, so all 3 of the animals that we released in our first releases were tagged. So they're tagged both with an RFID tag, which is the same kind of thing that's in your cell phone, so you know where your phone is. We tag that on their dorsal fin with an RFID tag, and then they actually also get a surgically implanted tag in their belly, so an acoustic tag. And what the acoustic tag does for us is that as those animals are swimming around where we've released them and they swim by a receiver, you can think of that as maybe as like a cell tower, but as they move by a receiver, the tag inside of them connects with that receiver, and we know the date and the time that that animal swam by that receiver. So we have a receiver array all around in the lagoon and on multiple island areas in Raja Ampat, so we can understand where they're moving. So the next steps for this first project is we're looking to scale up the number of eggs that we're shipping, and we're also onboarding some additional aquariums that can serve as breeders for the project. So we've been really focused on trying to bring aquariums in from Europe. So we're working with the European Association of Zoos and Aquariums to bring aquariums on there who have zebra sharks in their care, and a few others in Asia as well. So as we're onboarding new potential breeders, that's more potential eggs that we can ship to Indonesia. We are also starting to scope where another location for a shark nursery could be located. So we've built 2 so far in eastern Indonesia and Raja Ampat, and we're looking to search out locations both in western Indonesia, but also farther west into the Indian Ocean. So we're looking for partners where we can build those new shark nurseries, because they're built not just for zebra sharks, but for other species. Oh gosh, what led me to my passion for the ocean? Well, I actually grew up here in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State in the US. And we used to go fishing out on the Puget Sound. We'd go hiking up in the North Cascades. I've been a swimmer since forever. And I got my dive certification when I was 12. And, I've been wanting to be a part of the ocean and for the ocean to be a part of my career my entire life. I feel like when I tell people what I do, the most often answer I get is, oh, I wanted to be a marine biologist. And I get to say, well, I am. And my work has taken me all around the world to connect with communities, to move research forward, to move conservation efforts forward, to move marine protected areas forward, and now today with my work at the Seattle Aquarium to recover endangered species. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm so passionate about what I do. And my two children like to say that I'm a doctor of the ocean. So I just lean into that and look forward to many more years of this work.